And a very warm welcome to today's edition of Complete Wellness. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist. And one of the questions that's cropped up in some of the recent correspondence you've been generous enough to share with me has been the issue of the nature of happiness. I know, great way to start the week. You're probably struggling just to get it on top of the to-do list and wondering why life is full of so many complications. But I'm mindful of the fact that happiness is not necessarily something that's just linked to what's happening around us. You know, when you're with great people, when you're with positive people, it can certainly boost your sense of well-being. It might even lend itself to a sense of happiness. But the ancient philosophers taught us repetitively, kept repeating the same message, that true happiness is an internal condition. It's not dependent on the state of our lives. That's not something that's terribly familiar within our culture, where we seek distraction. One of my friends said yesterday, without Netflix, I couldn't survive. That was an interesting opening for a conversation, because if we're constantly distracting ourselves, if we're constantly looking for things to keep our minds away from the internal exploration of what is really waiting to be discovered within the domain of our hearts and minds, well, we're probably never going to discover the real potential of this extraordinary commodity called happiness. And let's go a little bit further, because happiness is so important for a couple of reasons. Because it is very close to our natural, most efficient way of functioning. It's so good for our health and well-being. It isn't a superficial feeling. That's perhaps the error we make. We associate a brief moment of happiness with an external experience. We think, yeah, that was good, and then it's gone, fades away. The internal state is just a way of being. A way of encouraging us to see things more clearly, to apply our creativity, to look for that inner spark of wisdom that everybody possesses, and discovering that we become more resilient in the face of life's challenges, because life will always give us problems, pain and difficulties and trauma. We know that. But this inner state of happiness helps us to become more capable of dealing with it. We see it through a different lens, a different perspective. And that really helps us to thrive and survive under all sorts of circumstances. And that's why I'm advocating a few moments of detachment. We're going back to our theme of mindfulness, aren't we? Where you get a chance to discover if this state of inner peace, inner calm, inner happiness is real or not. But I can assure you of one thing: if you touch it, you might be quite surprised at how deep, how profound, how life-changing that experience can be, because it's as far from superficial as human beings can get. It's a deeply profound state of being that changes your relationship, not just with your sense of self, but with everything around you. What do you think? Good idea? Something worth exploring? Feel free to share your ideas with me. I love getting your ideas and suggestions, your comments and your experiences. And in the meantime, whilst I'm looking forward to being with you very soon, allow me to wish you a wonderful day.